Okay. So we have our speakers ready, and let me introduce our first speaker. Our first speaker is giving the first speech in our meeting today. And yeah, it is none other than icebreaker speaker. So who is this? She is called as Amy The, and she is from Butterworth. Yeah, here in our club, even though it's Butterworth Club, most of us not from Butterworth. However, she is representing our club from Butterworth. And you know what she likes to do as hobby? One of the hobby that I have, that is eating. We have a common eating hobby. And she likes laksa especially. So let's welcome Amy to give her project speech in the presentation mastery pathway. Before starting the speech, let me invite her evaluator Jacinda to explain the purpose of the speech. Jacinda.
Hello, everyone. So for the purpose statement of this project is for Amy to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Yeah, back to you, Seta.
Thank you, evaluator Jacinda. So, our GKE, you need to read the notes to our evaluator Jacinda. So, can you unmute and read the notes to the evaluator?
Okay,
Thank you.
so it's okay. The goal of the evaluation is to give the member an effective. Sorry, please don't type. don't chat. The goal of the evaluation is to give the member an effective evaluation of their speech and the delivery style. Please be ensured to set aside enough time in your schedule to meet with the speaker after the speech to review the evaluation and answer any question they may have. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Kay. With this, I would like to invite Amy for the first speech icebreaker. Amy, please note the time is 4 to 6 minutes. Timer, please note. And Amy The, my working experience. My working experience. Amy The.
Okay, shall I start? Hello, good everyone. Good evening, every Toastmaster member here. I'm Amy. I'm from Butterworth, Sungai Dua. Then tonight I want to share some of my working experience to you all. Okay, I start my first part-time job when I was 13 years old. It's very young. When my classmate is still focused on their study, on their tuition, on their gathering to each other, but I already to earn my own pocket money. Okay, my first part-time job is promoter, toys department promoter. Yeah, it's a mini market and it's private counter. It's run by my boss. And then that time my boss is treat me very well. He allowed me to bring my homework to do revision at the counter there, so I still can catch up my lesson, my homework. Okay, and then when I grow up a little bit, about Form 5, then I also work as coffee promoter. Okay, so that one is I need to make the coffee for my customer to test, and I need to stand for the whole day. I need to stand from the morning 9 a.m. until evening 7 p.m. It's very tired, and not only tired, but not only tired, but I also have a thick skin to persuade my customer to buy my coffee. Okay, that one is my second experience. Then I also work as a shampoo promoter. That one give me a lot of pleasure, stressful, because my supervisor there always push me to hit my target. Even though it's already the 7 p.m., I need to go home, but she always requests me to stay down also to continue hit my target on that day. For that time, I feel that I in the future, I don't want to be a salesperson anymore. Okay, I have a bad memory for that. But then after I graduate, I start to study for my nursing for 3 years. Okay, I learned a lot of nursing skills there. Example, how to dressing a wound, how to give injection, and then how to bath a patient, shower a patient, and how to do the tube feeding, and etc. Okay, and I also go through many hospital department like gynecology, to observe the childbirth, the neonatal unit, to feed the newborn baby, to give them a bath for a small baby. Okay, and then I also go through the operation theater to see the doctor to do the operation like knee replacement, like cesarean section, and other. Then, but finally, I also find that nursing is not stable for me because a lot of paperwork, then also pressure. I need a lot of responsibility, and I also very stressed to talking with the doctor. The writing is like very terrible. Okay, so after I get married, then my husband asked me to help him in his business. Then we start to build our own business that is focused ideal enterprise. We start to distribute the book and multimedia program to all the private kindergarten, and we also provide the teacher training for them. Okay, then my job is sales, so I need to travel a lot to the kindergarten to do my sales. Then okay, I feel satisfied at the moment because I can arrange my own timetable schedule, and then how many days I need to work a week, then how many hours I need to work a day. So how many target I need to fight for my own self. Then I feel challenged, but freedom for me. So I also appreciate what job I have been done before that helped me a lot for now my business, because now my business is also belong to outdoor sales. So my previous sales is also helped me a lot to gain my confidence to talk with people, interact with people, persuade them to buy. Yeah, okay. So that's all. Thanks you. Thank all of you for listening my story. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, back to you.
Wow, that was great story. Yes, at that age when you started part-time work, I was just studying, busy studying in my school moments. Yes. So this is a very different experience and story that I'm hearing from you. I hope many of us might have compared or know like what is going on. Yeah, right. So and also we came to know about you with this speech. That is very great. And now I know more about you. With this, let's see who is our next speaker and what we will know more about him. So the next speaker is a very energetic and enthusiastic speaker of the club. And he is very famous for clubbing and Also, I noticed he is very famous for cooking. He always cooks at home, and he's from a very beautiful place, a travel destination that is from Sabah, Sabah Thamparuli. And yes, it's none other than our president, Andy Lim. So let's welcome Andy Lim, and also let's welcome his evaluator, who is sung to read the purpose statement of Andy's speech.
Thank you, Sweta. The purpose of Andy's speech is to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to the second speech. And the second purpose is for Andy to present a speech and receive feedback from me, the evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Huisan. So now I would like to call our GKE to explain the notes to the evaluator.
The member will deliver a well-organized speech which can be humorous, informational, or any style the member chooses. Focus on the member's speaking style. Be sure to recommend improvements that the member can apply to the next speech. The member may ask you to evaluate his second speech in future meeting. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, G. With this, Andy Lim is doing his Effective Coaching Pathways Level 1 Project 2 Evaluation and Feedback first speech. Timer, please note the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. And here we go. Andy Lim. Stop fake news. Andy Lim.
Okay, give me a second to share my screen. Okay, please acknowledge if you can see my screen. Thank
Yes.
you.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Let me make sure the timer can be seen. Okay, I can see the timer. All right. Have you heard the latest fake news? There has been so much news going around about whether this COVID is real or not, or whether the vaccine is real or not. The vaccine can kill you. The vaccine will do all kinds of things, change your genetic pattern. Oh, there's so many things going on in the world that you don't even know what is fact and what is fiction anymore. But let me tell you something. It is easy for you to spot the fake news and stop the fake news if you will do the things that I will cover in my speech today. Let's take a look at this fake news. What is fake news really about? It's a false or misleading information. It can be called misinformation also. It is often aimed at damaging reputation. So when you talk about fake news, usually there's something that is trying to do that is the purpose of this fake news, trying to damage a person's reputation or even a company's reputation. They are unscrupulous people who are looking for ways to make you not trust in a person or a product or even a name, a company. And this term was first used in the 1890s when sensational reports in newspapers were common. So, you know, it's not just in this day, but back then, this is like over 100 years ago, they were already having fake news because the newspapers would print sensational news because those are the news that people like to buy, they like to read. It's almost like they want to read fantasy or they want to read a fictional story, but then they take it from the newspaper. So even the newspapers back then was not a reliable source of information, you see. So in this day, now we have the modern version of fake news, and it's very easy to spread because we have social media, we have the internet. It is just as easy as copy and pasting or forwarding a news, an article, a message. And the biggest culprit today is actually the WhatsApp groups, where especially those with a lot of uncles and aunties. I know I belong to one where I have an uncle that is always sending fake news. So social media has made it so easy for fake news to be widespread. It is normally the unsubstantiated news that gets spread around. So when I say unsubstantiated, it's normally the sources are quite, how to say, it is not something that you would call as a credible source. It is very suspicious. It is something that you would never ever go to that site to check whether it's real or not. So if you get information and it is not substantiated, if they don't state the source of this information, and even if they do, if you remember some time ago, there was this I think it's fake news that went around quoting that it came from the John Hopkins Hospital, and this is a very well-known hospital, but it was never substantiated, and they even denied that they ever sent out this news is about the cure of cancer or something like that. So even if it comes from a so-called reputable source of news, you still need to check it out. You still need to make sure that it is true, it is real, it is fact. So it is not, don't just take any fiction to be fact, because most of the time it is not. And in this day and age, we are seeing a lot more fiction being taken as fact. As you can see from like Twitter, a lot of people tweet a lot of nonsense, and if you take it as it is, you are going to be misled, you are going to be deceived. And like I said just now, WhatsApp group, they are notorious for spreading all this fake news. It is so easy to forward that even WhatsApp had to change their system protocol, because used to be you can just forward to anybody, yeah, and you can forward to multiple recipients at the same time. But now WhatsApp has limited that those messages that get forwarded often, you can only forward to one person at a time, or maybe the maximum is 5 person at a time. Even WhatsApp knows that a lot of the things that are being forwarded are not facts, are not good news, they are fake news. So what can you do? What can you do? All of us are responsible for what information we spread, what information we give to the people within our circle. If you're helping to spread fake news, you're not doing a good thing. You are wasting people's time. You are giving them information that could possibly make them make a bad decision. So never forward anything without verifying first. This is number one. It is something that I do, and I hope that everybody else does. When I get any news, I will go to Google, or I will go and check. If it's something fantastic, I'll go to Snopes.com. This is a very good hoax busting, myth busting site where they will get all these type of funny stories, because some stories, they are too fantastic to be real, but then you want to believe it. Another site is Hoax Slayer, and they also do a good job of busting all the myths. So if you think that the story is like really fantastic, some stories are nice with a nice moral message, but then it is not real. So if you take it, if you forward it, then you should at least tell, this may not be real, but it's a nice story for you to entertain yourself with. Don't send it and make people believe that it is a real story, it's true story, when you have not verified it. Simply Google it. Most of the time within the first page, you could tell whether there has been some report reports that it was a fake news or that it was never substantiated. There's no proof. So if you know that it is not proven, no matter how nice the story is, keep it to yourself, hold it back. Finally, remember Spider-Man. If you remember Spider-Man, you remember this quote: with great power comes great responsibility. You are responsible for all the fake news to stop with you. Don't keep it going. Don't give it the power to grow into a big misinformation. You are responsible. Let's stop fake news. Back to you, Sweta.
Thank you so much, Andy. So yeah, Andy had a team related topic today, and it's so relevant to the today's world because yeah, as I told earlier, the facts are turned into fiction, and these fictional creative stories are spread everywhere most of the times now. So we have to be careful also what kind of message we receive, as Andy told. And yeah, I learned some places like Snopes to check this. Thank you, Andy. Thank you so much for such an useful speech. And with this, before moving to our third speaker, I would like to welcome our area director Lee Hanjun, who is also in action today as table topics evaluator, and our members Jean and our timer ribbon also I saw here. Welcome everyone. And with this, let's move on. And next speaker. Okay, the next speaker, even though third speaker, he's still giving the first speech in our club, and it's his first speech in the pathways. And he is from Batu Kawan. Yeah. When I speak to him, I can see he's a very enthusiastic person too. And he likes to listen to the music. And he also suggested me one musician. Let me suggest to you all too. A Japanese musician called Chanmina. He enjoys the music from this musician. Let's all touch and see like what is there because I never been tried Japanese music so far. Okay, let's know more about him in his icebreaker speech. And let's see what's the purpose from our evaluator of our third speaker, that is Leo N. Leo. Uh,
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good
So,
evening, Leo.
Chishan will be attempting project Pathway Presentation Mastery Level 1. The purpose statement of this speech is, the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech.
I'll continue.
Yes, please.
Sorry.
Thank you.
The goal of the evaluation is to give the member an effective evaluation of their speech and delivery style. Please make sure to set aside enough time in your schedule to meet with the speaker after their speech to review the evaluation and answer any question they may have. Back to you.
Thank you so much. So our third speaker is Teo Zishuan, and he is starting his presentation mastery, the level 1 project 1 icebreaker speech. Timer, Ribbon, are you there? Do we have Ribbon here?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hi. Hi, Ribbon. So the timing is 4 to 6 minutes. Please note. Let's welcome our speaker, Theo Zishuan. My life quote. My life quote, Theo Zishuan. Over to you.
Wait, let me confirm the timer. Okay.
Timer is Ribbon.
Uh,
Okay. Can see. Okay.
Good evening, Butterworth Toastmaster and guests. So my name is Teo Jiswan. You can call me Ji Teo. Anywhere also can. So today is my first ice-breaking session. So the title will be just my life quote. Before I start my speech, so I think I would like to explain why I joined Toastmaster. So I think the main purpose that we join Toastmaster is to enhance my presentation skill and to be more articulate when we are doing our presentation, and to convince our audience, our customers, and our friends as well. And go back to my topic today. So I will talk about something about myself. So which is my life quote. I got a lot of life quotes, so this is just one of it. So, and just like what Shweta mentioned just now, I also have a lot of favorite singers and change my time according to my experience and my emotional. That's all. So I think today the quote will be something it's a customized quote for myself. So I just share with you all. I hope that it will not become a coaching session to you guys. So you all, if found very suitable to you, then you just use it, or you can just customize the quote. So my life quote will be YOLO. Anyone heard about YOLO? So YOLO means that you only live once. Yeah. So it's a short sentence for the you only live once. So normal people will say that so we need to enjoy every moment that in our life. And my customized one would be, I will add on a sentence, one more, is without hurting people. So means that we only live once, and we need to enjoy our life without hurting any people. So this is my last quote. So throughout my whole life until now, I think I'm quite a lucky person. I had some good result during my studies and went to a university and complete my degree. Then after that, I found a job which is quite relevant to my educational background, and also I find some passion during my during working on my project. So I think to find some passion during our working hour is very important, because as you guys know that we spend a lot of time, majority of time is on working. So I think we need to find something interesting for myself. I think we need to find some patience when we are doing the job instead of just salary. So how to relate it back to YOLO? So I think for myself, my criteria to choose a job is the first one, my priority will be follow my passion, and then of course it's the salary, location, and etc. So I think everyone, the choosing criteria is different. So my friends always ask me, because I'm kind of workaholic at this moment, so maybe I will change after a few years. Yeah, so my friend asked me why I spend so much time in my working, and I need to have a work-life balance. So to me, I also found that my life is not work-life balance. So I review myself. I like to review myself, just like our career, our company will review review us every year. So I also like to do my own self-review every year. So I found that is it not a work-life balance I having now? But for me, I quite enjoy my working life now, even though I need to work a lot and maybe sometimes need to work overtime. I think this one is mostly because I found some passion in my life, and compared to some of my friends that I found around me, they will find that they always complain to me because I like to listen to their problems, and they always like to call me out and drink some tea, and I listen to their problems. So some of them is always at this stage around 30s, they will start finding that their life is boring, then maybe it's no meaning, and maybe is still not achieve their expected level. So at this time, I will find that everyone have their own target or KPI need to set in their life, and then we need to achieve that. So it's a KPI that we need to set for our life, and with that, then we need to make it can make our life much more meaningful and happier. So money is maybe it's just part of our life. So for other people, maybe it is it is achievable from maybe a good relationship, travel, a successful career, good friends, or a good family. I think it is depends on each person because everyone is unique. So everyone, the background is unique. So we need to set our own. This one is only can be done by ourselves. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think that's all for my presentation. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much and congratulations, Zishuan. Um, so the main thing I understood from your speech is YOLO, very easy to remember. And you added something to it, which is very important. That is, we have to enjoy our lives without hurting any people. It's so meaningful and that's great. So, with this, we are concluding our project speech session. And the next session is our table topic session, which is very exciting session. And this session will be handled by our Hugh Sing Seong from Bintulu Toastmasters Club. He will be our table topics master. Let's not delay much. Let's welcome Hugh Sing Seong, and the table topics evaluator is our AD Lee Han Jun.
Okay, I believe all of you have watched the Squid Game. It's a fiction, but tonight it become reality when all of you are invited to play this game to answer the table topic questions for between 1 to 2 minutes, and please use the word of the day, articulate. Now, I have 2 easy questions, 2 medium, 2 hard, and 2 special questions here. And Zixuan here is volunteered to be the first speaker. Hello, Zixuan. Zixuan.
You can call me Yola. It's much more
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, which one you're going to choose?
Of course, it's the easy one.
Easy one. All right. I think you can go for the hard one, but it's okay with that. And your question is, who is your ideal partner of life in fictions? And you have to choose the character from my background here. I repeat, who is your ideal partner of life in fictions? Over to you.
Cool. Okay, then I will pick one by one. So the Black Widow, I think I will not pick her because eventually she will die in the Marvel. So I don't want to go to set forever. So I think Black Widow, I will pass that. So and then Sailor Moon, actually I really not much understand about Sailor Moon, but I know she got a lot of friends. So I think she will not have much time to spend with me. So I think Sailor Moon will not so suitable. Then the Queen and the Mulan. It's a bit difficult. The Queen, I think is the Queen. Oh, I think I will go with Mulan. I think okay, she is kind of I can say that her thinking maybe is quite herself, because she is not being bonded by the old time traditional. She has her own thinking based on the things happening around her. For example, like she want to replace her father to go to the war, and actually she is capable to lead an army. She has the capability to bring the victory to the country. So it is only that the culture and the timing is not correct to her, but she willing to take the challenge to overcome all this. And of course, I think this is very brave, and also she has a very strong family concept in her life. So I think I will go with number 3, Mulan. Thank you very much.
Well answered. Well answered. I like your answers, and I will pick the same one also. Next, we have Jaylin. Hello, Jaylin.
Hello. Wow, Squid Game team.
Yeah, which one you're going to pick? We have 1 easy, 2 medium, 2 hard, 2 special.
I tried a special one.
Special one. Okay. Can I ask, is this your first time visit Butterworth?
No, it's not the first time. Not the first time.
All right. Your question is, what do you like most about Butterworth Toastmasters Club?
Okay. Wow, so what do I like the most about Butterworth Toastmasters Club? Wow, this one I feel like if I prepare, I really can speak for 7 minutes. Okay. So the one thing that I really love is all the people. The people here, because what is a place is not home without its people, right? So I'll say that one thing that when I come here, I always feel very welcome. And I always feel very, very happy and very wholesome feeling. And I leave the place feeling better and more cheerful. So the people I have is always the welcoming president. And I will always see the TOE of the day being very welcoming also, and also showing and shared a lot of interesting, insightful things during the opening session. And the second thing I really like about this club is also the fact that you have a thought of the day. And the thought of the day is not only like a one sentence, but it's a long thought. And today's thought was really about the illusion and the facts. Then it really makes you think like, is it illusion or is it facts? So when you think about it, you realize that, wow, today I learned something. Correct. And the third thing I love about it is I really like, I could actually say I love the background, the background, the Zoom background, because every time I come here, the Zoom background and the theme very, very interesting. So all in all, I like the people here, and I love the interesting thought of the days. And lastly, I love your themes and your Zoom background. So that's why I really, really like coming to Butterworth Toastmasters Club. And thank you for having me. And great topic today.
Yes, agree with you. And I can see that this club really put the quality on top on every meeting. Next, I think I only have time until 9:02 p.m., right? So it is will be the last speaker. So who it going to be? Is it Kamal or lady first, the GE? Well, since it's International
Anybody
Women's Day.
else? Yeah, anybody else? Please to volunteer. Any of the female speakers? Just go ahead.
Amy, would you like to try? Since this is International Women's Day. Calling 1, calling 2. No, it's not Amy, sorry. The GE is
Kai.
Kai. Hello, Kai.
Yes.
Would you like to try? Okay. Which one you're going to easy, medium?
Medium one.
Medium. Oh, okay. You need a partner, but since we only have limited time, okay, I'll give you another questions. Okay. Your question is, what is your thought on this quote? The quote is on my virtual background. 1 to 2 minutes, over to you.
What a special table topic question. Wow. I'm very agree about this quote, which is fiction give us a second chance that life denies us. Why do I say so? I will elaborate for the main reason, which is sometimes life cannot fulfill us everything you wanted to do, you wanted to achieve, and you wanted to be perfect. I just give an example on our workplace. So I think everyone of here, there must be an unsatisfaction on your work or your workplace or colleague, either one of it. I'm sure that every one of you will face some issues on it. Just it is a minor one or it's a major one that we cannot conquer on. So I would say that fictions always give us an imagination area or space for us to fulfill our feeling, our satisfaction, and let us articulate ourselves in workplace or living life or those. So I would say that yes, you can all create our own fictions, just don't treat it as a fact that will mislead other people in our life and surrounding us. Back to you.
Good answers, Kai. And you also use the word of the day. Very good. Okay, thank you to all the 3 speakers. Now I should pass the floor to our TOE, Shweta. Over to you.
Thank you, Table Topics Master Hugh. Wow, such a wonderful topics, interesting, and the initial music was so interesting. Okay, you also kept note of time. Thank you so much. And all the topics were with the theme. And thank you. With this, I would also like to acknowledge one thing which I missed earlier. Sorry for that. Today we had To Hui Sung who was doing her evaluation speech project also, and she evaluated Andy's speech. She was doing uh, sorry, she did her motivational strategies L5. I think I missed it. Okay, I'm very sorry. She did the evaluation speech for today, and her evaluation was also evaluated by our guest and evaluator Jaylin Sis. Hope I pronounced your name properly. Jaylin evaluated her. Later on, we'll listen to her evaluation too. So, with this, now what's the time? Oh, we are running out of time. Still, we have a little time to take a small break, and before that let's take a group picture. And our Zoom master, are you ready to take the group picture? Zoom master, Ribbon, Andy, who can help us to take the picture?
Yeah, I can help. Hello,
Okay.
Jean, can you turn on your camera if it's convenient for you, just for a short while?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, we have KS
Jean is
also.
outside.
Welcome, KS team.
Yeah. Good to see you, KS and Dean. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, kacha. 1, 2, 3, kacha. Do some crazy pose. 1, 2, 3, kacha. Okay, great. Good job,
Thank
everybody.
you so much, Andy. So let's have a quick break of 2 to 3 minutes since we are already running out of time. And whoever not going for a break, we can chit chat here.
Sorry, I want to ask. Later timer will be presented by Ribbon or Jacqueline.
I will present.
Or
Oh, you help me to time the first.
no, it's I think it's
Jacinda,
sorry.
she'll pass you all the
Yeah.
timing thing.
Okay.
So you just call on the ribbon only lah, Kai.
I see Amy here. Amy, how was the experience of first speech today?
I feel like heart attack.
But we couldn't notice it. You delivered very well for the first time.
Yeah. Sunny help us to demo first.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, congrats, Emmy. Sorry, I missed your speech.
Why? Why you
Emma,
can't?
later I watch recording.
Yeah, you must be back.
I watch YouTube. I heard already uploaded.
Second job, third job. And lastly is the call to action. You may try on this to persuade your audience because I can feel that your speech can be very inspiring, especially when you mention your discovery on your every job in service line and you share your thoughts on how you feel stressed and you work whole day, and then you know that something that you don't like and you are searching for a job that you like, and you have a rich experiences on serving the customers with all the bittersweet, you finally found the satisfaction and something that you love doing now, right? And with a flexible time job with you and your husband, your family. Yeah, so all in all, you have a great speech. I hope to hear more from you, and I hope my points, my suggestions will bring your speech to a greater height. Yeah, back to you, GE Kai.
Thank you, Justina. So I will just proceed for the second evaluation from Wei Shang.
Thank you, Kai, for the introduction. Well, I'm going to start my evaluation by congratulating Andy. Once again, you have conquered our heart with a very tidy and neat topic of you go back to the team. And you walk the talk through the team itself by telling us your true story about fake news. Wow, I think that you have tied in exactly to the team itself. Well, you bring out all the facts one after another. So I like the very first thing, the information that you have shared to us in that 5 to 7 minutes. It's just full of information. It's very well researched. I thought you have done a lot of homework at the back. And at least I got to know how to verify the fake news itself. Following on those research that we have done, we have put in everything into a well-organized structure, starting with attention grabber, talking about COVID, you moved on to definition, and you've moved on to all this how, and you ended with call to action. Marvelous, Andy. Not forgetting, you have brought up everything with your body language, your energy, your enthusiasm. I can feel that your passion in sharing to us the method that you know. So no doubt about it, you conquer everything in terms of the fiction part. Now I'm going to move on to how to get better, how to be even greater. Well, I'm going to start first thing with the facts and the fiction. You have done good in the facts part, but I would also like to see on the fiction part that goes to, would you ever have any personal story that dealing with this fake news that would help us to understand it more to a personal level? What have you learned through this journey yourself in dealing with the fake news yourself? That goes to the fiction part. And it's go to emotional part of that. First thing, personal story. Second thing, I would also like to see the why part in the problem. While you tell us, started off with the attention grabber, moved on to how, moved on to what. But I would also like to hear why, or what is the problem with that problem? What is the problem with fake news so that we can come together and stop it? If you could tell us at the very beginning, some of the bombastic problem about fake news with statistic, with impact, then it could build up a more contrast into the solution that we can buy into you even more. Now, the last thing is, Andy, you have a marvelous body language, but I do notice that there is this little pen that you hold on to your hand, and it caused some distraction to me while I see your hand moving. The suggestion is just put it aside, and you make sure that you can use your hand even more powerfully. In general, in conclusion, Andy, I love everything of you. No question about the fact, but I would like to see more fiction from your side, plus the more control of the structure in view of the why part. And you're going to make us even more amazed in all your future speech. Thank you, Andy, for that good speech. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Hui Shang.
Yeah, Hui Shang.
Thank you, Hui Shang. Okay, then I will move on to the third evaluator, Leo.
Okay, well done, Shishin, for completing his very first speech, Icebreaker. He started his speech with a quote. I also want to start my evaluation with a quote. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Congratulations to Shishin for completed his very first step in his Toastmaster journey. And good thing about Shishin is he started with a very catchy opening. He asked question to the audience. Do you know what is YOLO? You only live once. Immediately, I can feel he is a person that is really has a aim in his life. Like he mentioned throughout his speech, he has KPI in his goal. He also mentioned about we need to enjoy our life without hurting people. Second thing I like about his speech is he fulfilled the speech objective. His speech has a great opening. Like I mentioned earlier, he asked questions, do you know what's YOLO? After that, he explained about his work life, his personality. This is about the body of a speech. And thirdly, he has conclusion and call for action by asking us to set KPI for our life. And the third thing I like about his speech is he is a good listener from what I can hear from his speech, because all his friends will come to look for him for a drink. I'm sure he is a very great listener, and I get to know more about him from this speech. And for area of improvement, in my opinion, I think Zixuan, most of the time, he only explained a very superficial about his story. My suggestion is maybe you can elaborate more how you apply your life code, YOLO, you only live once. Maybe you can share your experience about your life. How do you live to the fullest in your life? Maybe you also can explain how you apply your work-life balance, or you can explain more in detail about your KPI achievement. Second suggestion for you is, I think most of the time you look down at your screen, maybe you were putting some notes down the camera or on your laptop. My suggestion, instead of putting on the keyboard, maybe you can put some sticky notes near to the camera so that it's not so obvious. Because I think most of the time you look down instead of looking at us. If you look down most of the time, I think the interaction is lesser. So my encouragement is try to put some notes, highlight with the points that you want to share during the speech next to your camera. And lastly, all in all, I think it's a very good attempt. For the next speech, I will challenge you, try to minimize the use of notes. And back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Leo. So for the next one, let us invite Toastmaster Evaluator, Han Jun. Hi, Han Jun, are you here?
Yes, thank you, General Evaluator, for the introduction. So now I'd like to evaluate the table topic speakers. So for the first table topic speakers, I believe you did a very good job in terms that I believe this is your first time in doing the table topic speech. So this is what I've seen that you did a very good job, and of course also you have the courage to speak in such a good wonderful time. Then for the role of improvement is that you can try to be more vocal. Try to have more vocal variety in your speech. Then the second thing is that of course the eye contact, because I believe many of us in this pandemic time, we have gone through the almost 2 years plus about virtual meeting. So maybe what we can do further is that to improve further is that you can stay further away from your webcam so that the audience may see the entire face about you, and also about the lighting of your maybe the lighting of your camera. I believe you can improve further in that, because I see that I've seen that you have some of the part are very dark, some of the part are very light. So just make full use of your webcam when you are doing your speech. This is what I can give you the suggestion. The second speaker, Jaylin, you did a very good job for this, and happen to know that you have um, you go straight to the point. Maybe what we can do what you can do to improve further is that maybe you can just, when the table topics master throw you the topic, just have a just think for a while before you start off with your speech. The second thing is to have the introduction, to have the body and conclusion in your speech, so that the audience might know that you have already rounding up your speech at the end. At a certain minute of time. And of course, to stay further away from your webcam, to let the audience to see your face better, and also of course the many of us are about the lighting. Maybe you can improve further on the lighting background. And the third one, Kai, you did a really great job in terms of like answering the questions for the um, table topics. So the topic, so you did a very great job to have the courage to speak. Of course, in this pandemic, many of us are still going for virtual meeting. So you can improve further by going through many clubs, maybe like across the clubs, to see what are the table topics, how the table topics are being practiced in certain clubs. Then you can improve and learn the techniques from there. And of course, also the lightings, because I can see that your face is too dark in your webcam. So maybe you can improve further on the lightings so that the evaluator may see you clearly in your speech when you're doing your speech. So this is what you can improve, and of course, this is what we can have. This is all my these are all my opinion. So back to you.
Oh, sorry. I'm too concentrated on your evaluation. Okay, thank you for the suggestion. So before I move on to the technical, I would like to pass the floor to Jacqueline to evaluate on Hui Song.
Thank you to the GE and to Toastmaster Hui Song. A great teacher is someone who motivates me to be better, motivates me to do my best, and who's supporting of me. And that is exactly what I see in your evaluation today, on the way that you supported Toastmasters Andy and the way that you encourage him with all your kind words. You gave a really great opening at the beginning, how you just congratulated him. And throughout the whole speech, you also included really nice words of encouragement saying, I really love this and I really love that. So this thing will, no matter what, it will be good to have a person tell me words of encouragement. So that's the first point that I really loved about your evaluation. And the second thing that I loved was how analytical you were in your evaluations. So usually I would say that a person would evaluate what is there, and the method that you use was you evaluate what wasn't there. So you evaluate on the fiction part because you evaluated something that was not spoken. You gave encouragements on saying how you could improve it. So that was really good. And the way that you think about give me more whys was a good way to improve the content of the speech. So overall, that was a really good second point. And the third thing I really loved was how animated you were. So this is truly something that I am learning on myself by myself also. The way that you spoke to your speaker was that there was full eye contact. You really just stared into the soles of the camera. The second thing was, I love how you moved in. Your body moved in towards the screen. So it shows that like you're directing your whole person to the speech. And if it was a physical speech, I know that you would step ahead closer to the speaker. And the third thing I love was your hand gestures. So you really pointed out some stuff here and there, like framing the how and stuff like that. This really encapsulates the whole speech. And one area of improvement, or one thing I could recommend, is that I've seen that the item that the speaker used was a thing to advance the PowerPoint slides. So there is a suggestion where during this online meeting, it will be difficult to press the next page using just the mouse or your screen. So this is a sort of thing that recommendation that could be held in a different way. Yeah. So all in all, I really love your speech because of three things: how animated you are, how encouraging you are, and how analytical. And lastly, the recommendation is to adjust the recommendations to an online setting. overall amazing evaluation. Thank you to Toastmaster hosting.
Thank you, Jacqueline. So we'll move on to the technical evaluation part. So this one will be started by the timer. Ribbon.
Hello, everybody. For table topic, congratulations everyone within time. Next, move on to the prepared speech. Amy, 5 minutes and 50 seconds within time. Andy, 7 minutes and 35 seconds, not within time. And Zixuan, 6 minutes and 8 seconds within time. Move on to evaluation. Jacinda, 3 minutes and 37 seconds within, not within time. Hui Sang, 3 minutes and 25 seconds within time. Leo, 3 minutes and 25 seconds as well within time. Han Jun, 4 minutes and 31 seconds. I don't know. And last but not least, Jaylin, 2 minutes and 52 seconds within time. Yes. Back to you. G.
Thank you, Ribbon, for the detailed timer report. So we shall proceed to the next one, pick our counter from Jaslyn.
Everyone see my screen. Oops. Can see my screen? Oops.
Yes.
Oh, my computer is lag. Okay. Oops, my computer is lag. Okay, wait. Okay. So first of all, for the prepared speech, Amy have 3 R and F in and also also the repeated words and I detected it 7 times and okay 2 times. So the filler words and also the repeated words probably 28 filler words. Then next is Andy. Andy have detected 2 so total will be 2. And then Zixuan also have detected 3 2 4 and also 3 so. So the total filler word detected is 10. Next is the table topic speaker. It's also Zixuan. This time is lesser, only 2 is detected. So total is 2. And then Jilin so far don't have any filler word detected. And then for the Kai, only 1 is detected during her speech. And then for our evaluator, Jacinda have detected 2 and also 3 repeated word and total will be 5 filler words. And for Hoisan and Leo so far didn't detect any filler words. And for our table topic evaluator, Hanjun also have detected 2 So this is the filler word that have been detected. The speaker can be take note so that we can be the more articulate Toastmaster in future. Thank you so much and back to you. Hai.
Thank you, Jaslyn, for the detailed report. So lastly will be the grammarian from Kamal. Hi, Kamal.
Korean boy band based in their debut album Facts vs. Fiction once said, once again, fiction in fiction in fiction. I can't forget you, fiction in fiction in fiction. I'm writing the never-ending story in my heart. Similarly, there was a never-ending list of good grammars that were used by our participants today. Let's start off with Amy. Amy had so many medical terms that she used because of her time as being a nurse. If I go to hospital, I only know how to say, "Doctor, my leg pain." But that's why I need Amy by my side to tell me what are the proper medical terms. So Amy had a lot of good medical terms. I can't even pronounce or write them, but she used a lot. She also had a lot of self-motivational terms that she used. Fight for my own self and freedom. Whoa, this is really good, very patriotic words that Amy used. Moving on to Andy. Andy is a walking dictionary at this point already. Too many words. Why Andy? Why? At this, if you need dictionary, I just find Andy. Don't need to go buy dictionary. Very expensive. Words like unscrupulous, sensational, unsubstantiated. Then he U-turn balik, substantiated, credible, suspicious. Too much words. So Andy walking dictionary. Good job. Lot of good grammar. Moving on to Jetio. He started off with YOLO. Lot of Toastmasters will say YOLO is not a good grammar word. No, they're very old. I young. YOLO is a word of my generation. So YOLO is a very good grammar word. He also used other words like workaholic, review myself. Around 30s, life is boring and no meaning. Oh, that one a bit sad. I also about to reach 30. And also on target for KPI. The only thing I wanted to add with Zetio is he was using this word a lot. I don't know what he was saying. It was either patience or patient. Either way, I'm not sure if that is the most proper word to use because he used words like find patience during my job, find hobbies during my job, or find something to take up the time during my job. That is the only thing I would like to correct. Moving on to table topic, Jutio again. Also very patriotic words. I think a lot of you guys are following the Russian news. Capability to lead an army. Oh, capability to lead a country. Huh. You got to tell that to the Prime Minister. I don't know if he has the capability or not. But here we don't talk about politics in Toastmasters. Moving on. Strong family concepts in her life. Those are also very good phrases. Then we have Jaslyn and Kai. Both were very articulate speakers who showed a lot of great control in their sentence structure. I would also like to applaud Kai because I think she's the only one who used word of the day. Some of you else could have used it. I wasn't paying attention, so most probably I didn't listen. But only for Kai, I listened. So only she gets the point. Everybody else, even if you use, I don't give you the point. And finally, evaluation. Jacinda, Huisang, and Leo's evaluation. They are already CD Toastmasters. They did a really good job. No flaws in the way they presented. That's all for me. Pass the floor back to you, G.
Thank you, Karma. Oh, what a fast grammar report. I haven't jot down my notes. Okay, never mind. You shall proceed to our vote. Is it someone will prepare for the vote session, which is a poll
Yes.
for someone? Is it? Can you launch on that?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Yes, for the information from everyone, the polling will based on the time disqualification tool. That is where I will be launching 3 separate polls, judging from the timer report. Best evaluator, I'll be starting off with best evaluator. Over the timer report just now, we have a time disqualification on evaluator number 1. So that is where I will be launching the best evaluator right now. There you can see that, and you can cast your vote. There are more votes coming by. And can I have more? Closing soon. 3, 2, 1. So I will be closing it now for best evaluator. And thank you. I will be continue on with the second poll that I have. That would be the best table topic speaker. For the table topic speaker, all the 3 speakers, they fulfill the time requirement. So please cast your vote now. More to come, more to come. 12. Yeah, I have gotten the number. Thank you for your vote. This will be the last poll that I will be putting up. The best speaker. And there will be 2 names over here as we have one-time disqualification from timer reporting just now. Thank you for your vote. And closing now. And this will be all for our polling session. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Wishon, for the poll given. So I will start my evaluation for the evaluator. So before that, I would like to congratulate on Amy and Jishan for the ice-breaking speech for the first time over. Congratulations. So first of all, I will start the evaluation for Jacinda. So there is 2 points for a good one and 2 suggestions. So first one, Jacinda starts the evaluation with the encouragement, and she congratulates the speaker to give the speech completely and successfully. And Jacinda briefed on the content of how she will evaluate on speakers before start the evaluation. So I will move on to the suggestion. Jacinda, you may work on the speak tone or the body language for the better engagement, and also a lot on the time as you are over time today for the evaluation. So I shall move on to the second one, Hui Sang. So such a energetic speech evaluation session from Hui Sang. So Hui Sang also give a suggestion on Andy shall deliver some personal story for a better speech. Good on that. And also I would say demand comes for perfection. So Hui Xiang gives demand on Andy for better speech. Yes. So and the last one would be the detailed observation from on the pen for the Andy. I also didn't observe that. Yeah. So overall, Hui Xiang did a great job, and I cannot catch any suggestion. So very good. Next one will be Leo. So Leo also start. Oh, okay. So Leo also start with encouragement and congratulate the speaker for a great speech for the first time. And Leo give an example for the speech, the which one? YOLO, yeah, the YOLO one. I can remember that. Yes, this one can give an good engagement even though after the speech. For one suggestion for Leo, you may express some dramatic voice and or some body gesture for interesting evaluation. Yes. And so for the project speech one, so for the table topic evaluator, Hanjun, yes, as the table topic speaker only 3 of us, I think, yes. So it's too short time for me to evaluate. So there's only one good point that I'm observed, and 2 you may work on. So Hanjun, you give a detailed evaluation and great suggestion for the table topic speakers. Like for me, I can remember what you give the suggestion, and there is two ways you may work on. Is you may look at the camera for better engagement, And next one will be the speaking tone. As I'm the one that very look on the how you speak and what's the tone that it may attract me more. If you just speak like a normal tone, then yes, I would say that you may work on the speaking tone, like in a fiction way. Yes. Next one will be the Jacqueline, as is a sudden request, so I just catch on. It's a quite a good evaluation, which has a good hand gesture and speaking tone. Also, the suggestion come after the congratulation and encouragement. And for Jacqueline, for me, you may move a bit far from the camera so that people can see your body gesture better. Like me, that distance, so that people can get your body gesture better. Let's move on to the timer ribbon. So ribbon give a very short but very detailed presentation on the timer report with also the qualification notes. It's a pass or it's an overtime. So very detailed. Thank you, ribbon. Next will be Jaslyn. So Jaslyn track on the 8 filler words, very detailed table. Yes. And Jaslyn may work on the filler words on the report given session. You may stop for every speakers so that you can reduce the usage of the so or something filler words. Yes, that's my suggestion. As last time I also did a report and on the encounter, and I also encountered that some issue on the filler words for myself also. Yes. So the last one will be the grammarian Kamal. I was shocked when I heard the music. I thought it's somebody forgot to turn off the music. And yes, it's a very impressive opening with the music on the grammarian session. Yes, and also Kamal give some briefing on the themes today, which is fact and fiction. Then as a very detailed report for the grammarian error and some good sentence from the speakers. So also one suggestion is you may stay away from the camera also, so that people can see your body gesture better, which I know you are best on that body gesture. Yes. So for the meeting, it start a bit late, but it's still on time until now. So good control on the timing for the TOE today. So I also very like on how the TOE conduct the meeting today. It's very clear, and yes, I can engage on you. So now I shall give the floor to TOE. Yes, back to you.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Kai. And sorry, I mispronounced your name earlier. It's Kai. I got it. Okay, now, oh, we are on time, and that's good, though we started a bit late. And let's move on. Now we have award session, and for that, I would like to invite our president, Andy Leib. And Andy, I have pinged you the slides order for your reference, if you have noted. Okay,
Yes.
so let me share my screen.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Let's give her a big round of applause for being the Toastmaster and getting a lot of the things done and the meeting running until we are still on time. So, time to announce our winners. First, we have our best evaluator. Drum roll, please. Ting. It is none other than our distinguished Toastmaster, Hui-sang. Okay, let's
Myself. Tweet pin myself, take photo.
You pin lah. Okay. How come Hugh is pinned? Oh, I pin him.
Huh?
No. You can Risa, you can do it, or you want me to do it for you?
I spotlight myself already and also spotlighted you.
Yeah.
Too. Okay, now it's both of us. So who can help to take photo?
Okay. I can take lah.
So you
Ready?
take also lah, self-service oh.
Yeah lah. Ready? 3, 2, 1, kacak. 3, 2, 1, kacak.
Thank
Okay.
you. And
Next is the best. Best table topic speaker is drum roll. Cheng. Zitio. Woo! Yeah. He break the ice and he win the table topic speaker. Woo! Let's see whether. Okay, Zitian also spotlighted already. Hold on. Okay, big smile bigger smile Ready? 1, 2, 3. Kecak. 1, 2, 3. Kecak. Okay, wonderful. And finally, our best prepared speaker is none other than Cheng Amy.
yay, Amy and Zitio, both of you make us proud.
Big winners, Okay, very good. Okay, so let's take a picture. Look into the camera. Big smile. 1, 2, 3. Kecak. 1, 2, 3. Kecak. Okay. Excellent. Good job, Amy. Congratulations to all the winners. Let me see. What am I supposed to do now? Award already. Okay. Now I will call upon our Vice President Education, Greta, to give the special recognition and pathways. Thank you all for coming. Yes, thank you all, and especially the guests who are playing roles. You will be recognized in this next thing. So Shweta, please take over. Thank you.
Thank you so much, President Andy, for presenting the certificates. Though it's virtual one, it is very good to encourage our members because they did their best and they are the best today. And with this, I have some appreciation to our members and speakers. The first one is To Hoi Sung. Why? Because she is doing her projects in consecutive meeting. Today, though she didn't speak, she still gave her evaluation speech and in previous meetings also. So she is inspiration and motivation to all of us. So I would like to recognize To Hoi Sung. And let's take picture of Tohaisang again.
Okay, let me find myself and I'm going to spotlight myself. Wait, hang on. Shweta, you disappear. Okay, now it's both of us. President Andy, can you help to take photo?
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Kacak. 3, 2, 1. Kacak. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Huisang, and thank you, Andy, for that background kachak news sound. I like it. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. That is for our icebreaker speakers. Today, 2 of them broke the ice, and congratulations, both of you, Amy and Zishuan. Congratulations again. So, just a minute. Let me add spotlight to both of you.
Okay, adjusting. Okay, ready? Look into the camera, bigger smile. Kacak. 1, 2, 3, kacak. Okay.
Great. With this, let's move on. And I would like to thank Kai, Hugh Sing Song, and Lee Hanjun, as well as Jaylin because you took roles in today's meeting and you also have helped us to do the meeting timely and perfectly. Thank you so much, all of you. You are not only our guest, you are also our family and helping us in today's meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Want to spotlight the picture or not? Come, spotlight.
Fine, 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 fine.
Fine.
Meanwhile, I'll also welcome Meghana for joining today's meeting.
Yes, Meghana.
She's joining after a long time.
Thank you. Hey, Jaylin, on your video. Jaylin, we want to take picture with you.
Jalen,
Jaylin, go away already.
I'm so sorry.
Thought you go to the toilet or something.
Oh, no. I'm still here. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Okay, somebody spotlight her, please.
done.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, kacha. 3, 2, 1, kacha. Okay.
Okay. Next.
Hanjun left already, is it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, no, Hanjun left already.
Uh-oh. Okay, let's move on. And I would like to say you both are best today because you took the role instantly when I asked you for. Thank you so much, Kai, for being our general evaluator, as well as Jacinda for stepping up to be a backup timer.
Okay. Yeah, that's correct. Kai and Jacinda. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, kacha. 3, 2, 1. Wait. Yung kacau. 3, 2, 1, kacha. Mouse kacau.
Okay, so next is for our beloved president. I would like to mention this because he goes for clubbing every week, not just one club. He's been going for multiple clubs. So he is worth mentioning in our meeting in this appreciation session because that's how we are getting more guests. That's how we are getting instant role players like special Kai. Yeah. Thank you so much, Andy, for being so active and clubbing everywhere. And I hope our new members also can follow Andy for clubbing in next session. Okay, our clubbing star. Ready for catch up?
Yeah, so you remove. Okay, ready. Wait, resizing. Ready in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Okay, great. So with this, I would also like to thank all our guests today. Thank you so much for being part with today's meeting, and it was our pleasure to have you all here. And also we would like to see you in our next meeting, that is on 23rd of March. We also have an interesting theme for the meeting, and that is Banana Day. I hope many of you know about what is banana. Let's have a day to commemorate this Banana Day. So we all hope to see you in the next meeting as well. And not last, we have pathways tracking of our members. As you all can see, we have the pathways tracking of each of our members, and we have added Amy as well as Zishuan this time. And yeah, we are moving forward. Let's see who will be coming forward to give the next speech in next meeting. Any volunteers? Any quick volunteers this time? Do we have any volunteers? Why no voice? You can unmute. You're free to unmute at this session.
My next project is evaluation, so I will be evaluating.
Wow,
After that, only
wow.
I do another speech.
Great, great, great. So Andy is doing his project. So anybody
Yeah.
else? Okay, in our club group, you can update me about your speech slot as well as if you are ready to take TOE of the banana day. Okay, with this, thank you everyone and over to our president Andy Lim.
Oh, still me, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Still got one last thing to do, because we want to give airtime for anybody who wants to promote their club meetings or any special Toastmaster event, as well as get some guest feedback. So, Hugh, do you have anything you want to promote your Bintulu Speakers Club?
Okay, just a quick one. Good job to Butterworth Toastmaster Club and also the VPE by giving the recognitions to motivate all the members. And I can see that your members are keeping the momentum to deliver the speech. Good job on that. And if I can suggest a culture from Powwow Toastmasters Club, they have this seat called hot seats, a role player called hot seat that will take any role player instantly. That's all from me. Back to you, Andy.
Thank you, Hugh. Actually, I encountered that the first time I joined Kota Kinabalu Toastmasters Club, the hot seat. Yeah, I thought that was a very interesting position. Yeah, you're right. Maybe you can consider that also. Okay. Next on my screen will be our instant general evaluator, Kai. Thank you so much for coming.
Actually, I just thinking to come and visit, and at the end I become the GE. What? Okay, so actually, compared to Promenade Club, I think our Butterworth Toastmaster Club did a very complete club meeting, like the thought of the day, while you talk, like the thought of the day, and also the sharing at the beginning, all is very complete, and it's a new knowledge for me also. So yes. Then the most important is the project speech. Yours one today have 3 speeches that is very great. It's very rare for my club to have 3 speeches in a meeting. So that's very great for your club. And yes, thank you for having me here. Back to you.
Thank you, Kai, for coming here. And please, everybody, please give her another round of applause, our GE. Really appreciate you. And Promenade, I've been visiting because one of my Vietnam, actually is like my godson, like he wanted to join, but Wednesday night he have some church activity, so he was only available on Tuesdays. So I happen to know Promenade is meeting on Tuesdays, so I brought him there. So I bring him there, I have to go also lah. Don't just bring him there and dump him there. So I was joining them. So yeah. But I mean, what I've seen in Promenade is that you all usually finish early, and we usually finish like either 10 plus, but they normally finish before 9. So yeah, like got good also lah. I mean, if you finish early, you can go and do other things. Okay, next. Let's see who else we have. Jaylene. Come on, wait, come on, wait. Jaylene first. Jaylene first. Any airtime for what? Star UC Toastmasters Club or your event? You have a speech contest coming up, all right? I remember you booked me for that already. Jaylene, you want to unmute yourself and tell us a little bit about that? Hey, Jaylene, hello. Looks like she may have away from keyboard. Okay, like Kamal, you want to say what?
Hey, okay, hi everybody. I'll just share. So district annual conference is coming up. It's on May. So there is an official Facebook page that you guys can follow. So it's 35 ringgit, if I'm not mistaken. And if I had this question myself, why is it 35 ringgit if it's virtual? So from what I understand, again, not 100% sure, we are not using Zoom. They are using a third-party conference system, I guess. So the registration fee usually goes to paying for the system. And also you can see everything graphic design, so Changi one, and there are a lot of keynote speakers that will be appearing. So hopefully, who knows, maybe one of you will be appearing also. Naeem is still new in Toastmasters, I know, and he is also a keynote speaker. So yeah, if you guys are interested, please do visit the Facebook page and sign up. If you are the first 100 people to sign up, you get, where's this? First 200 sign up gets a free Starbucks voucher. Yes. So please do sign up. You can go to the link in the Facebook link above. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kamal. Jeline, are you still there, Jeline? No, okay, let's move on. Meghana, good to see you again. Are you able to turn on your camera and unmute yourself and talk to us for a little bit?
I think she's traveling.
Oh, she's
Maybe not.
traveling. Yeah. The time is like, this is around the time they are finishing work and going home, right?
Yes.
Okay, no problem, Meghana. Glad that you could at least listen in. So hopefully the next round. By the way, those of you who don't know, Meghana is in Sri Lanka,
Oh, she's from India.
but she's from India lah.
Yeah.
Oh, India. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So that's it, I think. Anybody else want to have a little bit of feedback? Since our guest already feedback already. If not, then I will adjourn the meeting. So thank you very much for coming, and I hope that I will see you again in the next meeting. 2 more weeks, banana theme. Okay, so now we are going to pass to our ribbon, to have our DJ session.
Time.
Yeah, meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Hugh.
Thank
you.
you. Good night, everyone. I will be leaving also since I have a work meeting. So bye-bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks, Shweta.